Rise up. I'll try to explain that later. Good to be with you on Wednesday. There's a lot of anxiety, isn't there? A lot of restlessness. I sometimes can feel it when at a store or when I'm talking to somebody, and I oftentimes feel that within myself, that one thing that's happened over the last year and a half, almost 2 years, is that there is kind of an anxiety about the future, about stuff going on, and a kind of restlessness of spirit that can be inside our heart and soul. Like one of my many bad habits, I was talking to Peggy the other day, and I was telling her stuff, and I started one sentence, and before I finished that sentence, I started another sentence, and before I finished that sentence, I started another, and Peggy said, "Don, can you just tell me like one thing at a time?" And I realized maybe you have this thing that I sometimes get so many things in my head and so many things on my mind. And you know, we talk about taking one moment and one day at a time. That sounds good, but living it is not always easy. One moment, one day at a time. I had a little incident today, and maybe you have little incidents. Our son Quentin takes the bus to his transition program every day, and the bus was late, and the bus company called me and said, "We're running late today." And I said, I know, because it's already 20 minutes late. And I was tempted to get a little snippy, which I can be. And then I stepped back and I said, "Ma'am, thanks for calling and letting me know." And then I said, "It's got to be tough, doesn't it? Because my guess is you don't have enough drivers." And she said, "We don't. And then when one person doesn't show up, somebody has to take two routes." And I said, "You know, I feel for you." And she said, "Well, thanks for understanding." And sometimes you need to step back, because it was easy for me to get frustrated because the bus was late, but then hold on a second. Someone's trying to do their job, and maybe they can't do it the way they want to. And they just need a little peace, a little understanding. And I, like you, need to get out of myself and try to understand what other people are going to. And if we can do that, maybe some of our restlessness and some of our anxiety can go down a little bit as we try to understand one another. Which brings me to the Psalm today, chapter 62, verse 1. "My soul finds rest in God alone, and my salvation comes from Him." You know, when we step back and think about what God does for us, when we think about the unconditional love that God gives us, when we think about how lucky we are to have a church and a place where we can be at peace, but sometimes just sitting in a little chair in this room, maybe just reading Psalm 62, verse 1, our soul can be at rest. And maybe a little of that anxiety and a little bit of that restlessness of spirit can dissipate. And we can think about our blessings and be a little more understanding of what other people are going through, and not just think about ourselves. I have a little tradition with the cross-country team at Sandburg next door. They're a good team, and they have gone to the state meet many times. And last year they couldn't go because of COVID, and they didn't really have a season. And this year, and they come on their way to the state meet, which was last Saturday. For many, many years, they stop here first for a blessing. And so Saturday morning, they came here, and the coaches and the runners on their way to Peoria sat in these seats. And I got them a hat. I gave each of the kids and coaches a hat which says "Rise Up" on it. And I asked the coach, I said, "What's been kind of your theme this year?" And he said, "Our theme was to rise up, to make up for last year, and to rise up and to be the best we can be." And so they came here and we talked a little bit. I talked to them about how important it is to just do the very best that you can, and to feel good about who you are. And I said, if there's one thing I've learned during this past year and a half, and that is to hold on to what is good in this world, and to hold on to those people that exemplify what is good. And then I said, the third step is to maybe be that kind of person myself. And I looked at the kids and the coaches and I said, one of the things that I've latched onto ever since my kids were in high school was the goodness and the decency that you are as a cross-country team, because you exemplify the best of the human spirit. So hold on to what is good, and hold on to those people that exemplify what is good, and then do your very, very best to be that kind of person yourself. Yes, our souls finds rest in God. Yes, He is our salvation, and that salvation and goodness is a gift that He gives all of us. I hope the team found a little bit of peace when they came in here. They must have found something, because they went downstate and they won the state championship. They were able to rise up and be the best they can be. And every day, whether it's a bus driver, or being a parent, or going to work, whatever it is that we are, maybe we can rise up, be the best we can be, and step back and listen to the heartbeat of other people. We're all going through some tough times, but we go through those times together. It's good to be with you, and I look forward to talking to you on Friday.